This is a Headgum original.
So you've got a problem, the answer is clear. Email in to Jake and Amir. On If I Were You, they'll help you out. Just shoot them an email, just give them a shout.
Cool. I kind of raised like a rock fist as you pressed start on that song, thinking it was going to be a little more. But
Yeah, not all of them have to be like fucking
Totally.
insane pop punk rap ballads. or
totally,
whatever.
I liked it. I'm just saying it was.
You were expecting
not
something
what I
else.
was expecting, but I think
Yeah.
it was great.
This was a 17-year-old named Jay Scully, who's been watching our videos for years, but only recently started the podcast.
So like he started watching them when he was like 12.
2.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's how long we've been around. Does that make you feel old?
I want to feel old.
Jay Scully was 2.
Who?
Huh? The ukulele player.
That's right. Thank you, Jay, for that. He's on episode 140 right now, so still 400 behind.
Right.
But he'll catch up.
Eventually, in a few more years,
Yeah.
he'll listen to this one.
I always say that I want to go back and listen to like episode 15 of ours just to see if we sound differently.
Yeah.
We must.
We have to.
We have to sound bright-eyed and bushy-tailed or something.
Yeah. Our attitude would have been very
Carefree and
different.
young.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Be like,
definitely.
hey, welcome to the show. Oh my God, we're having so much fun. We're
Yeah.
living in the city.
Yeah. It's crazy because you were so insufferable early on like that. Like, I'm surprised anybody stuck around because you were almost like, whoa, my God. All right, welcome to the podcast. Here we go. Let's answer some questions, ladies and gentlemen. What? Here they come.
Yeah, like we were doing VO for animated piece.
We were Looney Tunes. We were Animaniacs when we started.
That's really good.
Yeah, I remember like I listened to the first like few episodes of our podcast
Over again.
over again. I was like, man,
Recently?
No. When we first started making
Oh,
it.
yeah, just to like hear
I was
what
like,
it
oh, this
sounded
show's good. This show's funny.
Yeah.
I wonder if I would listen to it now if I would think that.
like.
Or if I'm so jaded by doing it. For,
Yeah, like we watch our old videos and some of them are good and some of them are bad. Where would the podcast land in that?
I guess probably similar. When we watch our old videos, some of them still make me like die laughing.
Yeah, which is almost more embarrassing than thinking
Yeah,
they're not
for
funny.
sure.
Yeah.
It's more embarrassing. Well, I don't know. Is it more embarrassing to watch the old ones and be like, wow, this isn't funny, or to watch the old ones and laugh really hard? I think it's better to.
Oh my God, it's an Amber Alert. This is so random.
All right, everyone outside.
Why?
Let's go.
Why?
They're calling on us.
Wait a second. Jake, isn't this your license plate?
Shit.
What the
This
hell?
is such a sad one. Missing endangered elderly.
How does that work? Because I bet there's more people that go missing than an Amber Alert. There's no way there's like 3 missing people a year.
Yeah, well, maybe
Who
in
gets
this,
the Amber
this close
Alert
proximity
treatment?
to us.
Oh, it's because it's really close?
Yeah.
So there's like no, but like I've been like I hear like, oh, in San Diego they're getting the same Amber Alert and it like scares everyone on their phone.
Really?
But why is this person this endangered elderly?
Yeah.
Who decides
their
to
son works at Apple.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's also
so
pretty
you get
crazy that
access
they
to the Amber Alert.
This emergency alert system can notify every phone.
Yeah.
If it is our
Like, why can't
Androids
we do
getting
that for a live show?
That'd be really dope. So I
Have you
changed my
considered
license
going
plate.
missing? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So you change your license plate to jakeandamir.com/live. And then you go missing.
No, I'll abduct a fucking tween.
Oh, right. There
Yeah,
you go.
and then it's like missing
Perfect.
tween. Everybody, go to jakeandamir.com/live for more info.
That's really smart.
And then it redirects to a ticket link.
And then could the Amber Alert be a hyperlink? That'd be really special.
Or it's a podcast called Amber Alert.
Mm.
And it doesn't necessarily have to be about
Wow. That was
stealing kids.
I thought it was
or
a fire alarm. I thought something was happening to us, but instead it was happening to someone else.
Also, our phones are on silent and it did that siren.
Yeah.
That's very powerful.
The
What if we
interesting,
were in a
I was
film?
not on airplane mode. That would be interesting. Does it come through on airplane mode?
No, it can't. There wouldn't
Could-
be any reception, right?
Or there must be like latent reception that
just
Apple
like-
can tap into.
Even if your phone is off, it
I'm
would just
telling you, Jobs has the availability, the ability.
Jobs has the availability. You're a really bad receptionist. You're asking people to make an appointment
Jobs
with a dead
has
man.
the jobs to get it done.
You know that if we were in a movie screening, that would completely disrupt the flow of the film.
Yeah,
That can't happen in Hollywood.
yeah,
What if I was showing a cut,
right.
a rough
director's
cut,
cut.
Yeah,
A refined cut,
of a film,
even
and
a
that
rough
goes well?
assembly
There's no
to
way.
like Brad Pitt, Brad Cooper.
Any Brad watching
No.
dailies would get that
you
and
imagine
be
that?
completely taken out of the story.
Yeah, even Matthew Braderick.
Who?
Watch Matthew Braderick, Bradley Cooper, Bradley Pitt, and
Oh, the
Matthew
third Brad.
Braderick.
Yeah. He would get it and he would be like, I can't necessarily focus on what's going on anymore.
Mm-hmm. And there goes our funding for our feature.
Which is the Amber Alert idea.
Yes.
Amber Alert probably being named after a teenager named Amber that was abducted.
I believe that is the vibe.
That's good. It's cool. Not cool, obviously,
Right.
but it's
No.
interesting that she was named so appropriately to like go well with alert. Like,
I mean,
if it was
also,
a
I'm not 100%
Jessica,
sure. It could
yeah.
just be like
The
I don't-
color.
Yeah,
Yeah,
color
the
coded
color
thing.
Amber.
No idea.
But that's why it's so. I'll look it up. That's why it's so interesting that it like could be both.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that interesting.
Oh wow. Amber is a backronym.
Oh.
So it is a reference to an abduction for an Amber, and then they backed into the acronym.
Wow. So they made an acrostic poem
Exactly.
for Amber.
At the FBI.
What does it stand for?
All right, guys, listen up. Amber. Who's got
Ideas.
what? There's no bad ideas. So what do you think Amber stands for now that they backed into it?
Are they dumb enough to make the first word alert?
It's not alert.
Okay. Active, missing.
Missing is correct.
Okay.
America's missing.
America's missing. Ba 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 Baran ba ba.
You're fired.
Amberan.
America's missing broadcast emergency response.
Yeah. If I had
solid.
the day, I would have gotten that.
They made an acrostic. It's a really funny way to think about what went down here. And then one day the FBI wrote a poem called Amber.
Yeah, they did a haiku as well.
We probably shouldn't be joking around about kidnapping.
Yeah,
It's actually
we
really
probably
important, guys.
shouldn't. Don't
Really
get high and mighty
important.
like you did this.
And I do
initially.
apologize for
You
Jake
said you were going to abduct a
this
tween
regard.
to promote our live shows. You said that. I went along for the ride. I just made a joke about an acrostic poem. Okay?
If anything, I
And then-
abducted you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And now
there's an
you
Amber
are
Alert.
you're putting me on blast on a fucking Thursday, no less.
the worst day to be on blast.
Yeah,
If you guys are watching this, we are doing this as a video. Jake and I are in studio.
that's right.
So you can be viewing this on our podcast YouTube channel.
Yeah.
If I were you show.
If I were you show.
Otherwise, this is just a normal audio podcast like you've always enjoyed.
Yep.
Called If I Were You. This is the only advice pod on the web hosted by us.
That's true.
Here's a question that we got.
Okay.
If you have your own questions, you can email that down to ifiwereyoushow@gmail.com.
Uh-huh.
Same one that Jay Scully sent us over
True.
for that theme song.
True.
My neighbors in the apartment next to me have been waking me up in the middle of the night the last few nights. By having sex, I'll be dead asleep and then jolted awake by the sounds of cracking and loud moaning, mostly male, coming from the other side of the bedroom wall. I haven't done anything about it because I don't know how to approach the situation. The only interaction I've ever had with these neighbors is asking to keep their karaoke down one night. But this is much more awkward.
Yeah.
I can't keep losing sleep and wanting to doze off at work. So what do you guys think I should do? Should I confront them during the day or knock loudly on the wall next time they wake me up mid-coitus or leave a passive-aggressive note on the door? How do I get my sleep back without making my neighbors hate me?
Okay.
We'll call this guy Ned Flanders.
Right. Interesting.
Interessante, actually.
How much sex could they be having? It can't seem like it would happen literally every single night. Like,
Yeah, but even like 3 times a week to be woken up by the sex is
yeah,
a lot.
knocking. I think it's a little too aggressive to just knock.
Mhm.
The note I think is weird. So those options off the table. Let's say
Yeah.
you had the conversation about the karaoke. So
They know you're sort of down to keep hush.
yeah, you could just get earplugs, earmuffs.
Do you wear? I tried those once. I can't sleep with them. They're like so
Yeah.
annoying and like I don't know.
But then I also thought I would never be able to sleep with an eye mask, and now I really enjoy sleeping with the eye mask. So I'm
Same.
sure
I guess same with my grind guard. You get used to it.
you don't use an eye mask?
I don't use an eye mask, but I use a grind guard. But whenever I stick the phone in my ear, like it feels like there's something in my ear and I can't get comfortable.
Yeah, I don't think I would be into that too. But I've like done when there's been like something loud. I remember like sleeping with one ear against the mattress and the other one over my head.
Yeah, but you don't want to do that in your
Not
own
every
house.
night, not every
No,
night. But you
that's
can just get the second
unsustainable.
pillow, and it's like one pillow on the side, the other one over the ear. That
This
could
is
work.
why he should buy a house. That way you get the privacy of the home. You
That's
get like
perfect.
a 3-bedroom
Yeah.
and then like a really nice lot, like a big
Yeah.
lot.
Okay, so yeah, they're living in an apartment.
Yeah. which
Oopsie,
is-
mistake number one.
Yeah, I used
You-
to do that too.
yeah.
And then I got this really sick 4-bedroom, 4-bath. The compound.
So you just need a home. So yeah, you would
And then
get
I've
the,
been buying the houses around
you-
me for
yeah,
privacy.
right for privacy, for quiet.
Exactly.
I would do the gate.
the gate plus
Obviously.
and then retrofit the entire thing with
Yeah.
double pane windows. It's only like $2,900 a window. This
Yeah.
guy says he lives in New Orleans.
Oh, New Orleans.
And the property, there's some really sick mansions there.
right.
He moves to a mansion,
Yeah,
and then he can't necessarily hear anybody what's going on the other
Yeah.
side of the.
because then it saves you from having like a weird conversation.
Yes,
You would just be
exactly.
like-
Because you're just the landlord now,
Right. I would spend, what would you say, 2 to 3 million
Per house.
something in the
Yeah.
Garden District.
Yes, a
There,
garden district would
that'd
be
be
really
really
nice.
nice.
There's some really beautifully preserved houses there.
Yeah.
I was looking at one the other day just for funsies for
Yeah.
6.1.
That was a teardown, right? I mean, for anybody else, it was immaculately renovated, but you wanted to do a teardown, so
My
you could
own
have-
thing, down to the studs.
Yeah.
Yeah, a gut Reno.
That's right.
A project just for funsies, just so
Yeah.
I can have like a.
Just so you
pied-a-terre.
could walk down Bourbon Street masturbating like you like to do sometimes. Don't you like to walk down Bourbon Street masturbating?
No.
Is that you? Is that you who likes to
On these posters?
expose yourself?
Because it's pretty grainy,
Yeah.
but I can tell that it's you based on
Here you are with the
the way you hold yourself.
Yeah, that's right. I think you could just do something loud in your room to kind of convey that the walls are thin.
Oh, that's good.
Whether it's having sex if you have that available to you, or masturbating,
Porn.
porn,
Porn
yeah,
can be
porn
loud.
kind of loud, clearing your throat, passing wind, talking loudly on the phone, something to
Gaming.
demonstrate to them that the walls are thin.
Yeah.
So that's one thing. That's one thing. The other would be wait till they do something else karaoke-esque, and next time you say, keep this thing down. The walls are very thin. We share a wall.
That's good.
So then you're kind of hinting at like there's other things that should be kept down as
It's
well.
not just this that I can hear.
Yeah. I hear everything.
The problem is when you leave a note, a vague note, they know who it is because there's only one neighbor that shares the wall.
Yeah, I wouldn't leave the note.
But the note would probably stop them.
I hear you having sex.
Yeah. Can you have sex between 8 and 11?
Right. I love that you have a healthy sexual appetite.
I'd love to have one.
I love that
too.
you have a good sex drive.
Yeah. But do you have to be so loud about it? I once had a neighbor that smoked cigarettes and I could smell it in my apartment,
Where was that?
Williamsburg.
Interesting.
But like, it's her fault because she's smoking, but it's also the building's fault because you can smell smoke.
Yeah.
Can you smoke cigarettes in your apartment? Or is that like against the rules?
A lot of places have no smoking
In the entire
rules.
building?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't think. Wait.
But your own apartment?
Yeah. I don't know. I think places have no smoking rules for sure.
But then it's like you can't even smoke outside either near a building. It
You can
seems like
smoke
it's really
outside.
hard to smoke. Can
Yeah.
you not smoke like within like certain feet of a building? Like where do they want you to? And you can't smoke at a park. They make it harder and harder.
Yeah.
Luckily, I don't smoke, so I
Right.
like the rules. But it must suck
Yeah.
to be a smoker.
Definitely. The smokers are ostracized.
Yeah.
But it's only because they have a habit that will kill them.
Yeah, it's a really bad habit. It also kills other people.
Right. That's the reason why you're not allowed to do it in certain places.
And it
because
smells
you'll
bad
be-
too on your fingers, and it makes your teeth bad
Right.
too.
Yeah.
It's really like
expensive.
99% awful.
Yeah.
It must be really, really good when you're addicted to it to have it. Otherwise, like it wouldn't be worth all that. 'Cause
Dave
it also
Rosenberg
costs
used to
a lot of
smoke. He would
money.
smoke. He started smoking at 26. I've told this story before. Dave Rosenberg started smoking at 26 years old. I would see him outside of ISC and he'd be like, "This is the best decision I ever made." He loved it.
I guess it's a cool culture, like to take a smoke break with other smokers.
Yeah, I think it. I mean, it doesn't always look cool. I've seen people look quite miserable.
like when it's cold out.
Yeah, when it's cold. I remember Cohen, who works here, used to smoke. He doesn't smoke anymore.
No.
But when I was living with him, I remember one day we were like hungover. We're walking to work, and it's like February. He's huddled outside our apartment, trying to like light a cigarette, so like limp, and then like walking to the subway, but his hands are freezing. Like, oh. But then Don Draper does it, and he looks very fucking cool.
Yeah, it's cool to do it like at a martini bar or something like that.
Yeah. So I think that's kind of the appeal. Jeff also tells me that, Rosie tells me that like so many people that he meets in New York City, he meets them outside a bar smoking.
Oh,
so it's kind of
interesting.
like, yeah, you go outside, somebody wants to bum a cigarette, somebody needs a light, you get to chatting.
Yeah.
I think it's an interesting way to meet new people, which is something I don't ever do.
I wonder if it's coming back. Like it was everywhere in the 90s and then it went away and not a lot of people smoked it. Maybe it's making like a hipster style
Yeah.
resurgence.
I think the annoying thing that happens now is that like in the city you would go outside to smoke, but now people kind of just like try to secretly hit their vapes in between
Oh yeah, there's
drinks.
vaping too.
So,
But you
but
can just get
vaping
the
is something that you can
tobacco.
just like pull and take a deep drag of, and then like
And
even
you
if
can
it's
get
not allowed, you
nicotine.
can kind of get away with it and just
Yeah.
like release the stench into the bar.
Yeah. Doesn't
Um,
Jeffrey have a nicotine vape?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
he
like
does.
slightly better than
It's better for you, but it looks a lot less cool. It's also still bad for you, but smoking is
but you can do it
poison.
indoors, right?
Yeah. I don't know. You're not allowed to do it indoors, but people just do because the smoke dissipates so quickly.
'Cause
and
it's
you can
vapor.
you can basically get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're not supposed to.
Right. You're not supposed to, and it's bad, and it smells bad, and it looks uncool.
So this guy should talk to his neighbors.
Huh?
The sex,
Yeah.
or you can axe bomb them.
Axe bomb.
You tape the axe and
Yeah.
you throw it into
Right.
someone.
No, I went to college long enough to know what axe bombing was.
Yeah. It's a aerosol body spray that makes you smell supposedly better, but kind of worse.
Mhm.
You tape it shut so it's going off, and then throw it into a room.
Right.
Slam it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could try that.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break. Come back after these messages. And we're back. Jake, do you have any?
Oh, so let's do the fight.
Mom, I'm coming!
I do not, but I think you do.
Yeah. So I've been doing some flight purchasing recently.
Ah, yes.
And
It's one
as
of my
you
favorite
know,
pastimes.
yeah, it's fun to check out, try to get the best deals, try to get the best value. If
Mhm.
you're a little bit flexible on time, location, you can save some cash.
Right.
But flights nowadays are super expensive.
Yeah, because everyone's kind of becoming okay with traveling at the same time.
Exactly. So it's like, oh, you want to go here? That's actually $1,200 now. And
Yeah.
You're like, oh, maybe I would rather buy a laptop.
Right.
So I found this feature in Google Flights, which lets you, like, for example, we're going to Montreal.
Yes.
Flight back to LA, $1,100.
Of course.
Just
I need to
come
buy
back.
two because Avatar's coming.
Across the country, and that's fine.
Yeah.
So I'll search what's the cheapest flight to anywhere from Montreal. So it's like, oh, it's $1,000 to LA, but $299 to Phoenix. And once you're in Phoenix, that's a Southwest flight away.
Oh,
But, like-
that's fascinating.
But like Air Canada won't be like fly to Phoenix and then switch to Southwest and then do this.
right.
So in Google Flights, you can just say cheapest flights from Montreal, and then you can zoom in on the map and be like, okay, let me get to the western part of America. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to get me to fucking LA, but get me to San Diego, get me to Phoenix, get me to
Yeah.
Vegas. And sometimes those flights are like 22% of the price.
Right.
And you can even probably get like a business class flight to like a Vegas or a Phoenix
Yeah.
versus a coach shitty flight all the way to LA.
Yeah, so you're saving like $900 by not flying direct.
Yes, and then you can
And that's
even,
a lot of money.
It is a lot of money, and then
Yeah.
you can probably like turn it into like, oh, I'm going to San Diego, I can rent a car and still save money. Oh, I'm going to Vegas, I could spend a night in Vegas and still save money.
You wouldn't really save money. You wouldn't save money in Vegas
Because I would lose tens of thousands of dollars. Yeah,
you'd be
but
like,
I
oh,
can
I have
actually
$1,000
make
to
that
play
back.
with. I'll put,
Yes,
yeah,
exactly.
right,
And then
cool.
that becomes 2,000.
It can't be read 4 times in a row.
This is crazy. 2, 2, 2, 2.
Yeah.
$1 million on 2. 0. You know they added a 000 in Vegas now?
Do they really?
Yeah, so it's
That-
0, 00, and then a third green slot. That's not fair.
No, that's crazy.
The house already always
And they still
won.
the same, and they give you the same odds.
Of course, it's 35 to 1, but there's 38 slots now.
That genuinely seems. It fucked up even for Vegas. I'm surprised that people abided that.
Yeah, it's fine because ultimately you want to try to win cash, and you're like, what are the odds it lands on 000? Or some places call it V, like if you're at a hotel that starts with V.
Wow.
It's like, all right, 22 black spins. Ooh, V. You're like, V?
Yeah,
When did that happen?
that genuinely pisses me off. That really irks me.
I mean, they probably added 00 at a certain point, and they're like, ooh,
Yeah.
they can get away with whatever. Make 37 yellow, and it's like, oh, that.
So
you
are
can't
they
even bet
not
on
doing
that.
well enough?
I think not because of the whole pandemic thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, they want to win more cash per spin.
That's fucked up. I'll never play roulette again.
You probably will if you're there and like people are having fun and you're a
Totally.
little tipsy.
Yeah.
So the Google Flight hack. Have you experienced that before? Or did I just teach you something?
No, that's good. That's really good. It's interesting just for me because it wouldn't apply to me because I will only fly Delta, but I could see that being good for others.
But even in New York, there's so many options. Like you'll be like tri-state area, and they'll give you some flights to Newark. But you never look like, what's a flight to Philly cost? Maybe it's cheaper. What's a flight to Boston? Maybe it's
Yeah.
cheaper, and then you can.
I mean, I would definitely use that if it was like egregiously expensive, like you're dealing with. But I
Right.
think I tend to when I price shop and it's like, oh, this flight is like $100 or $200 more.
Yeah.
Then you like start clicking through Southwest, and it's like, oh, if you want to board early, if you want to check a bag,
Yeah,
it's like
they
it
upcharge
basically
you.
gets to the same price.
Right.
And I'm a Delta fanboy.
You got the miles.
I got the miles. They treat me like royalty now, so it's hard to go anywhere else because it's
The system worked, and it got you completely.
yeah, it got me good.
You'll
They got their claws in me deep.
you'll pay the premium.
Yeah, I'll pay the premium. Yeah, I will.
All right, just some nice travel advice.
Very nice.
Okay, new question.
Yeah, let's do it.
La 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 la. How do I get my boyfriend to fuck me?
Yes,
Sorry, I haven't read the question
fuck
yet.
it, I'll do it.
This is a 15-year-old boy. Yeah. But we have that.
Then you're fucked up for bringing it on.
All right, it's not a 15-year-old
Jesus
boy.
Christ.
I'm a 26-year-old lady, and I just got my first boyfriend a few months ago. To paint the picture, he's been moving excruciatingly slow in terms of our physical relationship. Took him about a month to hold my hand and a little longer to actually kiss me. We have now moved on to some more physical stuff, thank God, but he still hasn't fucked me. We've been giving each other hand jobs.
Okay.
Well, since this is my first boyfriend, not really sure if this is standard behavior. Long story short, how do I get my boyfriend to fuck me? I don't want to come off too strong since he seems very sweet and respectful, but I'm also dying of lust. Thank you.
This is great.
I feel like he's just shy, or he's just erring on the side of slow and
Yeah,
taking his time.
totally.
A few months ago.
Yeah. I think this is your first boyfriend. So one of the things that you would do in a relationship is talk to each other, you know?
Like actually say, oh, by the way, I wonder
yeah,
if we can have
if
sex.
you have desires, if they've been together for months now.
A few months, yeah.
Yeah. So ideally, when you have a boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever, you can speak with them about things that you like or want or don't want.
And that
or
could be
don't
one of the
like.
things.
And this could be one of the things.
You could say,
It's
I'd
like,
like to
yeah.
have sex.
Right. And I don't think it's coming off. It's definitely not coming off too strong at this point because you've been together for several months. So I think you could bring it up, and then you'll find out the reason why it hasn't happened.
Maybe he's
And
just
then
nervous.
Maybe he's nervous.
That he's not good.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's a million reasons that it could be, but then the first step
He's
is
not
figuring
good.
out.
His dick is just ain't it.
That's the same as not good, I think. That's the
He
third
just
thing.
gets dehydrated at the thought of it, so he had to give
So
him a
he's
headache.
Nervous.
He has sexual intimacy issues
Right.
that stem from a litany of things.
Yeah.
One of those things could be.
His dick ain't it. But she's touching his dick.
That's right. He has been giving hand jobs. Hand jobs, third base. I forget what third base is.
Yeah, that's third base.
Second base is like topless ladies action.
Feeling boobs, yeah.
And then first base is just kissing.
Yeah, first base is kissing.
Third base hand jobs.
Uh-huh.
That's a really big leap from second. So it's like kissing,
there was-
touching, and now you're.
Did you guys not
making
have
me
sloppy
come.
second?
Sloppy seconds is when there's tongue on second base.
Right.
That's
Tongue
more
on
of a
nipple.
that's the shortstop.
Right.
Yeah.
That's getting the runner in a pickle between second and third.
Oh no, he's in a pickle now. He's running back and forth.
What's he gonna do?
Yeah, he avoided the tag.
Yeah.
as it were.
The third base from second isn't a huge leap. I mean, there's like touching in between there.
Yeah, but it's ejaculation, seemingly.
Not necessarily ejaculation.
From the hand job. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, in an ideal world, sure.
Sloppy thirds.
That's no one says that, but that I would imagine it's like
Oral sex.
wet the base. So yeah, that would be oral.
Yeah. You think anyone's ever actually gotten a hand job on third base? That would be so cool.
Oh yeah,
So you have a baseball field near your house, and you do the bases on the bases.
definitely someone's done that.
That's really cool.
Yeah,
It's called.
not like during a game.
No,
I don't think
of course not.
it'd have to be at
You'd
night.
get not during a night.
What's the
game
craziest
either.
place you ever had sex? I would really like to know. What's the craziest place Amir Blumenfeld has ever fucked or been fucked or been cucked?
I've been cucked on a football field. I don't really have any crazy places. Maybe like a closet of somebody else's parents' house.
Interesting. When was that? Recently?
No, it was like during my younger days visiting a lady.
Oh, closet. That's hot.
That's good.
That's actually really hot.
I feel like
And
I'm
you were
too
cucked
old.
there?
I was cucked there, yeah. So she brought her ex, Henry, to sort of
Henri.
get sloppy thirds while I watched.
God.
I just needed to borrow a sweater from her old man because I was cold around
Yeah.
the campfire.
Love that.
What's your craziest place?
There have been, I think, I did have sex on the 50-yard line of a football field.
Wow,
That's up there.
right in the middle of the halfway point.
I've done some bar bathrooms. Yeah. Dugout. I did have sex in a dugout.
Seems like you raided a high school at one point.
All of this was in high school or early college.
A dugout. Wow,
Yeah.
that's cool.
When you're, I mean, it does happen when you're young because you can't just like have sex in your house.
Yeah,
You
it
have to
feels
get
weird to do it.
creative. You have to go somewhere else.
That's true. What about a fucking hotel room? How random is that?
It's not that crazy. It's
Formal.
yeah, very. It must be one of the most popular places to have sex.
Really? Because
Yeah.
sometimes when I check in, it just feels like someone had sex there.
Yeah,
I can like sort of
smell it.
the ghosts of my ex-girlfriend's past
Yeah.
situations.
Someone had sex in that closet for sure.
So the advice here is to talk to this person.
Yeah, I would talk to them. Have a conversation.
Okay, that
Yeah.
seems easy enough.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations. Let us know how the sex is, or not. We don't deserve to know, but
That's
it
true.
would be curious to find out.
Yeah, I hope it's good.
And if it's a private situation that's keeping him at bay, email it to us, and we won't read it on the podcast.
Right, or at the very least, we won't say their real name.
Yes, while we describe the reason.
Yeah,
in
we'll give
detail.
the email address that it came from, but it won't be the.
You won't be able to reverse search that.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, let's take another break. Thank another sponsor. Come back and answer some more questions after these messages. Hurrah. All right, we're back.
Yep.
One last question to rule them all.
Love it.
I accidentally matched with a housemate on Hinge.
Hinge.
We'll call this lady Hillary Hinge.
Nice.
Yesterday, I thought I'd get back on Hinge after a long break and just went through and matched with people who had already liked me. Today, I got a message from one of the girls that I matched with saying me, her, and her roommate should get a drink soon. I had literally just hit my bong, and it took me a second to process that it was a girl that I already met last week because we literally live in the same house. I moved into the upper unit a couple weeks ago, and my roommate put me in a house GC with the two people in the downstairs unit. What do you think GC means there?
GC.
Put me in a house GC
What is
with
it?
the two
Group chat.
people.
Group chat.
Group chat.
Nice. Thanks,
Casey for the
Casey.
win. Put me in a group chat. I met her when she messaged the group chat and asked if anyone had an Allen key, and I did. We had a nice conversation, but I literally didn't recognize her Hinge profile when I matched with her. What kind of fucked up fan fiction is this? For context, literally everyone in the house is queer, including me and this girl. We're both 23-year-old brown women. This makes it simultaneously more and less awkward. I probably am going to have a drink or coffee with her roommate because my roommate was also saying we should do this last week. How do I act? What do I say? I've never been on a date with anyone, even though I'm hot as fuck. Would love your thoughts on this.
This is all fine.
Do you think the roommate knows that this is like I actually matched with you on Hinge? Do you say anything? Oh, we just matched on Hinge, or do you pretend
Don't
like
bring
the
it
Hinge
up. Of
thing-
course you
the
don't
Hinge
bring it
thing
up.
didn't happen.
Yes.
So you have to meet this person.
Well,
as
it
the-
happened.
Yeah.
This is the best attaboy you can have going into the casual drink or whatever. It's
'Cause
like
she's been
confirmation
pre-approved.
that they think each other are hot. It's like, I would go on a date with you. I like you.
Yeah.
Now we're getting a drink. Yes, I gave you an Allen key. There you go.
That's cool.
It's like, yeah, you don't bring it up. You don't have to say, oh, it's crazy we matched on Hinge. That's not what it's about.
Yeah.
It's just the validation you need before you hang out.
yeah.
And eventually it will come up, ideally after you have hooked up. You say, isn't it crazy we matched on Hinge? Or
Yeah.
you don't say anything at all and you just acknowledge that you have matched on Hinge.
And then you go.
Should we
you go
chat
to the
on Hinge or on the
bathroom.
group
yeah,
chat?
That's
You know,
good.
like-
you go to the bathroom and you text her from the Hinge account.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you up to tonight?
Right.
And then you come back out from the bathroom.
It's like nothing
This is
happened.
fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
You have a twin on Hinge.
The
You're
thing-
on Twinge.
The thing about, like, it's only awkward if you had done something and they hadn't done something back. You know, like if you here's an awkward one. You slid into their DMs on Instagram asking for a date and they left you on scene, but now you're going on a group date. That's kind of interesting. That would be
Okay.
like, oh, okay, like, is that going to come up? Like, they kind of rejected me on this other platform, but you matched on Hinge. Confirmation that you're into each other.
Yeah.
So, like, going out in another context is perfectly fine and good.
Yeah, you just don't be the first to bring it up, but if it does come up organically.
Yeah, and it wouldn't come up because
Unless
dating
they
apps
bring
are
it
just
up.
a weird passive thing that happens in the background, matching, liking, chatting. It's all very, very casual.
This is you getting caught on a dating app.
Yeah, Jillian.
It's casual.
Oh, so you can fuck whoever you want,
and I can't
and I can't
chat.
go on Tinder.
The very least Thrinder, Hinge, Twinge, OK Cupid, So Gay Stupid.
Yeah.
We should be able to use it all. I'm actually only using Raya to make network connections.
That's
I'm looking to
see, that's
network with a
interesting. You shouldn't have
DJ.
deleted Raya.
Yeah.
You at the very least should have stayed on Raya.
That's
so
what I
you-
hear, that people are using it to like meet friends or business associates.
Or at the
now.
very least, just see who else is on it. 'Cause,
Celebrities.
Yeah, what celebs are on Raya. That's a fun, interesting thing to see.
Yeah. Well, it's more interesting like which basketball players are on it for me. So really, Avital stays on Raya. I use it to sort of talk to basketball players.
Right. And so does she.
She she could chat with Kevin Durant, but I would be like, "Hey, it's me. I'm Avital's man. I'm a huge fan. Do you think you'll end up on the Suns?" then I can use that to sort of gain an edge on the house, making future bets on the NBA.
There you go.
which brings
Because
me
ever
back to
since they
Vegas.
added V to the roulette table, I can't
This
catch
is
a
me
windfall in
explaining
Vegas.
myself to Andre Drummond over Riot Chat. Sliding into a basketball player's DM as a fan. Will you send me an autograph, sir? Jordan Clarkson. I've been following you since 2013.
Yeah.
Okay, so overall, this lady shouldn't worry as much.
Yeah, this is good. This is exciting.
That's
Congrats.
nice. It's actually really nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations to Hillary Hinge.
Yep.
And congratulations
her.
to you guys. Appreciate you watching us. If you are watching, like I said, we are in the studio. We're videoing this whole thing.
Yep.
And you can listen to us as always every week. And if you have your own questions or emails, send them on down to ifiwereyoushow@gmail.com.
Correct.
Jay Scully was the theme song today.
That's right. 17-year-old uke player.
So we're running low on both. Let's send. Now's your best time to get your questions answered and your theme songs played.
That's correct.
And for more of us watching Jake and Amir videos, you can check out our Patreon, patreon.com/JA.
Yeah.
And we'll be back, of course, next Monday.
Yep.
Cheers, everybody.
Bye.
So you've got a problem, the answer is clear. Email in to Jake and Amir. On If I Were You, they'll help you out. Just shoot them an email, just give them a shout.
That was a Headgum original.